Bro. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank you for making the time to meet with us today and to participate in this emergency meeting of the FIU Board of Trustees. Our general counsel is next to me, and I would ask Carlos to take the roll.
Thank you. Chair Colson.
Here.
Vice Chair Tovar.
Here.
Trustee Alvarez.
Here.
Trustee Armas.
Here.
Trustee Duarte. Trustee Duarte.
So I know he's on. He may be muted.
Trustee Reineck.
Here.
Trustee Lowell.
Here.
Trustee Prescott. Trustee Reinhold.
Here.
Trustee Rose.
Present.
Trustee Rubito.
Present.
Trustee Sarnoff.
Here.
Trustee Trujillo.
Here.
Okay. Trustee Prescott. Okay, sir, you have a quorum.
Thank you. As a meeting conducted in the sunshine, the link to our online meeting has been shared with members of the general public. Normally, agenda items that come before the board have been considered and recommended by a committee of the board. However, the chair may allow an item to be presented to the full board without prior consideration by a board committee when circumstances warrant. Our board's bylaws, namely section 6.4, provide that the meetings of the board may be held for the purpose of acting on emergency matters affecting the university or public health, safety, or welfare. Notice of the time, date, place, and purpose of an emergency meeting will be posted on the board's website and forwarded to a major newspaper of general circulation in the area where the meeting will take place. The media may also be notified through a press release issued by the Media Relations Office. As per our board's emergency meeting procedures, notice of today's emergency meeting was posted on the board's website and forwarded to major newspapers of general circulation. We have one action item today, and that's the appointment of Dr. Kenneth A. Jessel as interim president of Florida International University. All of you all have been briefed on this, so I'm not going to go through all the details, but earlier this afternoon, I received and accepted the President Rosenberg's written resignation effective today, January 21st, 2022. Board of Governors Regulation 1.002 makes provision for the appointment of an interim president. Regulation 1.002 provides in pertinent part that in an event that a board of trustees selects an interim president, such selection is subject to confirmation by the candidate by the board of governors. If it is determined by the board of trustees to be in the best interest of the university, the interim president selected by the board may be delegated full authority to serve as interim president during the period prior to the confirmation by the board of governors. Moreover, continued service as interim president requires confirmation by the board of governors, and the candidate selected by the board of trustees shall be required to appear before the board of governors at the meeting where confirmation will be considered. Such meeting will be held as soon as practical to ensure a timely transition. I have spoken to the university CFO, Kenneth Jessel, and I would like to nominate him to serve as the interim president of the university. I believe that it's in the best interest of the university that Dr. Jessel be delegated the full authority to serve as the interim president pending confirmation of his appointment by the board of governors. You all know Dr. Jessel. He is the senior vice president for finance and administration and chief financial officer at FIU. a position he has held since July 2009. Prior to his appointment in this position, Dr. Jessel served as the Senior Vice President for Financial Affairs at Florida Atlantic University. During his 26-year career at Florida Atlantic University, Dr. Jessel served in several key leadership positions, including interim university provost, interim vice president for university advancement, and executive director of the FIU Foundation, associate university provost, and associate dean in the College of Business Administration. Dr. Jessel started his employment at FIU in 1983 as an assistant professor in the Department of Finance and Real Estate. I want to open up for discussion at this time the appointment of Dr. Jessel. But first, may I have a motion that Kenneth Jessel be appointed interim president of the university, and that because it is the best interest of the university, that he be delegated consistent with Regulation 1.002 of the Board of Governors. Full.
I'll make a motion.
And
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second. Let's have a discussion. The only knock I've heard on Ken Jessel in all the years I've been here is that his reports go a little bit long. But other than that, I find him to be one of the most transparent, open, and thorough university administrators I've ever had the privilege of working with. That's why it is my recommendation. But I want to open up to our board members to discuss this.
Dean,
Concur wholeheartedly with you.
and Dean, I will second what you're saying as far as knowing the ins and outs of the university, transparency, communication. There's no one like Dr. Jessel, so he has my full support in this.
Thank you, Roger. Anybody, Natasha, I heard you speak.
Yes, I concur wholeheartedly with both of you. I just would love to be able to clone Dr. Jessel.
Thank you. Anyone else?
yes, this is Dr. Armis, and I also would feelingly about the selection and support Dr. Jessel 100%.
Thank you.
This is Trustee Duarte. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I would, as everybody else, I've had a long-standing relationship with Dr. Jessel over a decade, and I've always known him. You know, as he said, his reports may be a little bit long, but they are thorough, and he's a man of integrity, and I think he would represent the university well during the interim presidency. So my full support is behind him.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Trustee Reinhold, I fully support the nomination of Dr. Jessel.
Thank you, Dr. Arnold.
Chairman,
Okay.
this is Rowe.
I'm
This is Trustee Rowe. I just want to concur and echo all of the sentiments of my colleagues. Dr. Jessel is more than qualified and just a great person. So definitely has my full support as well.
Thank you. Okay.
Totally concur with everything that's been said, and just would mention that his responsiveness to any question is immediate and thorough, and entirely support.
Thank you, Ambassador. Okay, we have a motion and we have a second, and we've had discussion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you very much. We have a unanimous approval. Dr. Jessel, President Jessel, I'd like to give you a minute or two to say something to your Board of Trustees.
So I've listened to the comments, so I'm a quick learner. I will be brief. I have to say, number one, thank you very much for providing me this opportunity to serve as university president, for your kind words of support and encouragement, and for the confidence you have placed in me. It has been an honor for me to work with the board over the last 13 years. I promise you that I will do anything and everything I can to serve this institution, to serve the FIU students, the FIU faculty, the FIU staff, the FIU alumni, and of course, the great FIU community and other supporters to the best of my ability. And I will always be available. I will always do everything that is right. And I know that I can count on all of you, as I have over the last 13 years, to help me be the best interim president that anyone can be. So you have my deep appreciation, and you have my promise of working hard for FIU. Go Panthers.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let me conclude my portion of the meeting by saying about 30, 40 minutes ago, a letter went out from me to the university community. And the last paragraph of that letter said, I look forward to working with the entire university community as we search for our next president. I believe the FIU presidency is one of the great jobs in higher education. FIU is located in one of the world's great cities, and it's inevitable that FIU will become one of the preeminent research universities in America. And I can assure you that our next leader, our next president, will be committed to that mission. As a board, we all are going to have a lot of work to do. And over the next few weeks and a month, and leading up to our March 3rd board meeting, we're all going to learn a lot about searches, search committees, hiring search firms, and of that nature. And on the next, 4 to 6 months following that, we're going to be very busy as we do a search. And there's going to be an immense amount of interest in this job. So that's a compliment to our entire university community for making FIU as important and as significant and as popular as it is today and will be, as we'll see during the search. So I'm done. Our agenda is concluded. If anybody wants to say anything or ask any questions, I'm happy to give you the floor. If not, I'll let you all begin to enjoy your weekend. Okay, thank you all very much.
Thank you.
See you soon. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.